Many people feel their life is stuck, not completely failing, but not moving forward either. They work hard, they think deeply, they try to improve, yet somehow the same situation keeps repeating again and again. The same frustration, the same relationship conflicts, the same career confusion. What most people don't realize is that this feeling of being stuck is rarely random. It is usually the result of repeating patterns. Today, we are going to explore 5 invisible patterns that quietly keep people in the same place. Pattern number 1 is self sabotage. Sometimes people unconsciously block their own progress, not because they want failure, rather, but because success might change their identity. New responsibilities, new expectation, new visibility. If the nervous system feels unsafe with that change, the mind creates delay. That delay appears as procrastination. That is one of the biggest way why you never step ahead and take the risk in your life to move ahead, get out of your comfort zone and do something what you always want to do. Take a step further and crack that meeting where you want to say it out loud your ideas, but you don't want to, because you don't want to be held accountable for anything. Rather, you'd stay in the comfort zone even when you have such abundance of knowledge within you and you want to do it, but some that thing limits you to an extent. Pattern number 2, identity misalignment. When the life someone is living does not match who they feel they are becoming, frictions appear. You feel drained, motivation disappears, decisions feels heavier, not because the person lacks discipline, but because direction and identity are moving in different direction. Your direction says go do this, but your identity is not matching up with the idea. Why this happens? Originally, you have a different identity with the experiences of what you go through in life, on how you are treated and how you are told to be. Your new identity formation happens, but your direction are many times aligned with the old identity. Or sometimes you have an old identity and you want to excel in life, you want to achieve more, you want to do everything, you want to get up in the morning, listen to an affirmation, do further, listen to motivational video and act according to that. But in that case, the new identity is not matching with the old direction. So this mismatch alignment is pattern number 2. Pattern number 3, decision paralysis. Many intelligent individuals overanalyze decisions. They want certainty, but certainty rarely exists in meaningful life choices. When the brain tries to eliminate all uncertainty, it stops moving. Progress slows and the person feels stuck. Now, why this certainty question appears on its own? Your brain is designed to keep you in survival mode. It wants to keep you safe. It wants to keep you safe from any of the emotional pain you might go through if something fails. Your brain wants to keep you safe from any setbacks, any failures, because in according to your brain the image has been given that if something fails, you will be called a failure. Rather, the image should be that this can be a learning phase for you to grow and implement more based on the feedback you get. So this is again linked to pattern number 1 and 2, but this in itself happens to be pattern number 3. Pattern number 4, emotional triggers. Relationships often activate emotional memories. A simple comment can trigger reactions connected to past experiences. The reaction feels immediate at that moment, but the root may cause from much earlier emotional conditioning. Until those triggers are understood, similar conflicts will go on repeating. For example, if someone tells you are a failure, you are good for nothing, this identity in your work or relationship anywhere is already pre-aligned from someone who must be in your past must have told you this, and this creates a triggering response. Pattern number 5, comfortable familiarity. The brain prefers what it knows. It doesn't want to step out of its comfort zone alone, and that is what I call home emotion. Even if what it knows is frustrating, familiar stress feels safer than unfamiliar growth. This is why people often remain in the situation that no longer serves them. The brain chooses predictability over uncertainty. That's why many people stay in the same job even though it's stressful, even though it kills them from inside. That's why many people stay in the same relationship even though they know their values don't align with their other partner. They choose to stay in the place which is safer than something which will be newer, difficult to do. And that was all the patterns. In the reset entropy physiology, these patterns represents internal disorder. The more unconscious patterns someone carries, the more chaotic life can feel. When patterns are recognized and gradually changed, internal order begins to return. And with internal order comes clarity. Clarity of what? Everything. Better decisions, better relationships, better direction, better connection with you and yourself, better connection to your own identity, better connection to who you want to be and where you want to go, more better connection with your consciousness. That is the ultimate game in the end. So, if you feel like your life keeps repeating similar situations, you may not be stuck. You may simply be repeating patterns. And once those patterns become visible, they can begin to change. Because awareness is often the first step towards real transformation. And once you get the awareness to do on where you are lacking or where life is pulling you back, you can pinpoint it and change the pattern's origin in its own. And once you know how to do that, you can excel and connect to your true self. Only then and only then you will connect to your true consciousness. If this resonated, like and follow.